When I drove the V-Cross, and I was so taken aback.
Correct.
Because it feels so car-like. Like I remember telling people that, young couples, like if you want to get one, go ahead. It's not going to feel like a compromise.
Correct.
It'll feel like something you can live with. And I have friends who have the V-Cross and they love it.
Yeah.
They use it every day in the city.
Yeah.
They use it to travel with.
Correct.
Aside from being the utility focused machine that it is, I think the other challenge for it is its price tag, because it starts at some 32 lakhs.
That's what they're telling you on the website. Yeah, the actual prices are lower.
Yeah, so that's definitely been the case.
I think if you make a phone call to a dealer, you get 5 lakh rupees off.
And if you land up there, so there's it goes up to 38 lakhs, and whereas the Isuzu, the
38 lakhs being the automatic high Hilux.
Yeah. And now they have a black edition that's just come out.
A black edition.
Yeah. So it's got all the chrome bits blacked out.
The Hilux badges also.
That I'm not sure of. I've only seen it on my desktop.
Well, if Rolls-Royce can have the black badge edition, then Toyota can certainly have the Hilux black, right?
Absolutely. And they are doing it. It's about the same price, 38 lakhs or so. Now, I think that's the other problem for the Hilux, and that is the price tag.
Just call the dealer, you'll get a discount.
Yeah. Correct.
No, I know people who at the first phone call got like a huge discount, and then they went there and physically and got an even larger discount.
So we also did.
I also know that Toyota tried to protect this by sending out press release saying there are no discounts.
So we also did.
I know somebody who called the dealer right after the press release came saying, but they are saying that, sir, please just come, we'll talk.
So we did call the dealer, and yes, that 4-5 lakhs was being signed off on a call. So when you turn up there with money in hand, you'll get value pricing for the Hilux after that. And in that regard, the V-Cross tops off at 32 lakhs. And the V-Cross doesn't have as much power as the Hilux.
Yeah.
Which is the one thing that on paper you can see as the big differentiator between the two.
Correct.
But the thing you can't see on paper, and the reason why the V-Cross has to come into this story is like...
It's the only other pickup on sale in India right now.
not just that, but because as an evolution of pickups, what to expect from pickups. We started off with the Scorpio pickup, right? It was the Getaway. Yeah, it was the Getaway, correct. It was the Getaway, and then we had the Xenon, and they were all workhorse pickups, right? And I remember when I was testing the Xenon way back then, and I was talking to the guys at Tata Motors about the vehicle, and they said, this is benchmarked to the global standards. I said, no way, right? And then that generation of the Fortuner, I remember when I drove it, I think I first drove it in Thailand or something like that. I was like, yeah, okay, I can see it, right? They were not car-like in the sense they had that gruffness about them. But then when I drove the V-Cross, and I was so taken aback.
Correct.
Because it feels so car-like. Like I remember telling people that, young couples, like if you want to get one, go ahead. It's not going to feel like a compromise.
Correct.
It'll feel like something you can live with. And I have friends who have the V-Cross and they love it.
Yeah.
They use it every day in the city.
Yeah.
They use it to travel with.
Correct.
And it's because of that friendliness of the suspension.
Yeah, no, it's also
of the cabin.
I think Anand is the person I go to the racetrack to teach with. When they moved to the Isuzu, there was a lot of like, are we making the right decision here? Because the utility of the Isuzu, because he runs a garage, parts have to be sent for painting, etc., was not lost on anyone. But the Innova had been this utterly reliable family vehicle, right? I remember asking Anand about 2 years later, saying, so how's the Isuzu working out? He says, actually, dude, I'm so relieved. It's just like an Innova. I'm like, what do you mean by just like an Innova? He says, in the sense of it just runs. I don't need to do any work on it. The number of people who normally go in the Innova, they go into the Isuzu and they don't seem to notice. This is before the Krista. They don't seem to notice any lack of amenity or space. So we haven't lost anything and we've gained the load bay. I think we've made the good move.
Right.
And even today, that Isuzu is still there. Anand's moved on. So I think they drive a Tiguan now. They used to have a Creta for the longest time to get around Bengaluru with. But the Isuzu is still doing the same thing. It takes people, it takes loads, it takes stuff in the load bay to painting and back and all of this kind of thing. It's still running the same car. So
I think that balance of lifestyle and utility with that is really sweet. And I know that they hiked up their prices after about the time when the Hilux
It was a little bit of greed, no?
It's,
Because it was such a well-priced car before that,
it was.
right?
They have one excuse around there that they also operated the engine to go with the BS6 now. So they bumped up. I mean, that would have added to the cost. But it went from, you remember, it used to be like a 17 lakh or
Yeah.
something like that car. And it
Yeah.
went suddenly to 30.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the hell just happened here?
BS6 was very expensive. Isuzu.
Yeah.
Let us take the price to D max. And people, our customers are going to be V-Cross, but what the hell?
It's still queuing up. So that benchmark of the V-Cross is in effect an outlier if you think about it.
Yeah, it is.
But it is such a good benchmark. And then you wonder that how much of the Hilux's utility is really important to me.
Correct.
Because for sure, I mean, somebody who really wants to go and abuse their car, I mean, really use it in that sense, the Hilux will give you a lot more peace of mind. I'm not saying that the V-Cross is not going to be an
No, but
RD
peace of
vehicle.
mind is an intangible. It's
Correct.
not a real thing. Yeah.
Exactly. And of course, along with that, the Toyota network and all of that will be an added convenience to buying the Hilux. But how much does it matter to you? How important is that additional usability of, let's say, being able to just load it, travel with it, and do just that?
Yeah.
Listen, this has been fun, and I think we should take this to the next level. I think our relationship's ready for it. And if you're ready, head to the MotorInc channel, where this 3-minute video ends up expanding into a hour-long video, which would be a great way for us to spend time when you're taking a jog, in a flight, commuting to work, or back. We'd love to hang out more.